Well, it is jammy time. Hello, but I'm not in my jammies because I'm still trying to figure out what the heck is going on with my computer problems. Oops. Wait a minute. Stop. I didn't realize the camera like literally fell over. Right, this is not off to a great start. This is not off to a great start, Brad. What did we do here? Ah, okay. It's slightly better. All right, wait. I am not on a Mac. No, I commandeered Fairy Fox's computer because she has a laptop that is a PC and it's like much newer than mine. And it's got some like, I don't know, Intel processor kind of crap. And what is going on? What is happening? I'm being attacked by my headphones. And now I'm all the way in like a weird corner of the camera. There we go. All right. Flux, that was dramatic. All right, the first thing I'm going to need, Brad, is how do I get my monitor over here to quit mirroring the laptop? I don't know how to do this. Everyone's going to have to watch me struggle. I do not like how I look on this camera. What is happening? Ah, I see. The touch up my appearance button has not been checked. There we go. It got rid of that red spot on my nose. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. And also, my camera is... Am I mirrored? What is happening? I feel like the camera angle is totally different, but it's the same camera. I don't understand. Does it look weird to you guys? Okay, hold the Windows key. Okay, Brad, do you just want to call? Can you just call me on the... I'm sorry, I've taken up way too much of your time tonight. All right, holding the Windows key. Now what do? Do I go to settings or something? I tried looking for it in settings. All right. You mean hold it down or just push it? I pushed it and now I have like a whole bunch of things in front of me. So I need to like what? Hit the settings or something? Brad, where did you go? You're supposed to walk me through this, damn it. All right, that's it. I'm opening up Google Voice. Hold on. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm not on a Mac right now. I'm on a PC. So I'm Windows key plus P. Okay. Window. Do I hold it down? Whoa, that didn't work. Wait. Whoa. Oh my God, it's been so long since I have been on a PC. It's like sort of... I gotcha. Oh, you got me. Okay. PC screen only, duplicate, extend, second screen only. I want them both. Extend, right? Is that what I want? There it is. Oh my gosh. Genius. Now to move me. Uh-oh. Okay, Brad, we have another problem. I don't know where the other screen... It's on the wrong side. How do I make it so that it's to the left? Because now I'm all disoriented. It was on the right for some reason, and my screen is to the left. So how do I orient it properly? No, I didn't buy a new computer. I just commandeered one from my kid while I am buying a computer. Oh, no. Oh, are you calling me? Okay, wait. Yes, you're calling me. Brad, help, help.
So what you're going to want to do is take the browser and minimize that.
Which browser?
Doesn't matter. You just want to get to the desktop.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so whichever one is in front of me. I don't know how to do that anymore. Oh, it's on the other side. Mac has it on the left side, and this is now on the right side. What do I hit like the
the little small line for minimize.
Oh, the small line. Okay. Oh, crap. There's a whole other thing open here. Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what am I looking at? I'm on the desktop.
All right. Right-click on the desktop and go to Display Settings.
Okay. Wait. I'm in settings. Why am I in this? You can't get out of it. All right. Right-click on desktop. Doing that. Nothing's happening. Oh, Display Settings.
Yep.
Isn't this fun watching me how to do this? Try to learn how to do this. All right, so now it says 1 and 2. I have to switch them,
so
right?
So you click identify, and that'll bring up big old numbers to tell you what screens are which.
Okay, so then I want to move 1 over to where 2 is. And I kind of want to move 2 a little bit higher than 1 because that's how it is.
Yep.
So I can, wait, it's still not working now. Oh, I have to apply it first.
Yep.
There we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. Oh my God. You guys, the chat. Do you see the clicky thing? All right, Brad. The
funny thing about this is I called Google Voice, I think twice or 3 times. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do the terrible thing and call the phone regularly.
I'm so glad you called the cell phone because I didn't even have Google Voice open. It wasn't working. I don't know. I'm having a very hard time. You didn't do a terrible thing. Okay. I gave you the number. It's okay to call it. Okay. This is literally like walking your mom. What everyone now gets to watch Internet Mom learn how to use a PC again. I haven't used one of these since I was 20-ish.
Yeah. It's the funny thing is Microsoft has put a lot of polish on this turd that they call Windows, but there's a lot of things behind the scenes that are still back from the Windows 98, Windows 2000 scenes that they don't want you to see.
Well, I have also noticed that I am kind of picking it up again, like the right click. Like it's the only thing that's really throwing me off is the scrolling.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why is the scrolling backwards?
See, that's the thing is when I first did a Mac, it was backwards to me. So
right. Yeah, I'm never going to get used to that. I feel like that's never going to feel right. I always go the wrong way the first time. I guess it'll work out. Okay, so here's what we need to do now. I guess I have to stream something.
Yep.
So that we know. Wait, why can't I bring? Oh, here we go. So we have to stream. I have to share something to see if it works. So we have to stream something, and the big question is, what are we going to stream? I know you suggested we should stream that Republican debate, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
Although the funny thing is I don't know if we can time scroll on that or not, but Vivek came out swinging at the media, and I think you would get a really good kick out of that.
Really? Because I just don't care about any of these people anymore. Not any of them. Not at all.
I mean, I don't think he has a snowball's chance of winning, but the fact that he told, what is it, on MSNBC, NBC anchors, and challenged them right up front about how terrible they've been for the GOP cause, and how instead of having the full fleet of media correspondents from NBC doing this debate, they should have, what did he say, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, and
oh my God, wouldn't that be
Tucker
awesome?
Carlson. He said there would be a ratings avalanche for them.
It would be.
And actually promote the GOP instead of, kowtowing to what the left thinks that we should be listening to and trying to promote their values over us.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. What am I hearing? Is that you or me?
That might be.
What am I hearing? Oh no, it might be you, Rumble. That's Rumble. I accidentally clicked on Rumble and then it started playing my Rumble back to me, which is annoying. Okay. All right. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to stream that though, because I freaking hate those people. I just don't. I don't like I don't like the GOP anymore, and I just don't care. So for those of you just tuning in, I'm just learning. This is a you don't really need to be here if you don't want to. I'm just testing out this stream to see if it works. Okay, Brad, you've been such a bro. Thank you for helping me out. I really appreciate it. I will let you get back to your night.
What night?
Well, I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. Other than helping random streamers with their terrible setups.
It was funny. I was coming back from Meyer tonight, and I was like, I should open up a website called Streamer Support just to.
You should. You should. Hopefully, this is going to work. No, I don't want notifications from YouTube. Now Chrome is trying to set me up with every time I click on anything, it's, do you want notifications? No, I don't. I don't want any notifications. Oh, how's the GoFundMe doing? Actually, it's not a GoFundMe. It's a Give, Send, Go, and it's doing really well. In fact, let's go and check that out because this is a temporary solution, what I'm doing right now. This is definitely a temporary solution. The actual long-term solution is that I have to get a new system. And so to that end, you guys have been helping me raise money for that new system, and you've done an amazing job already. Because already, is my camera freezing? It looked like it was starting to freeze. That's a bad sign. It doesn't look like it's keeping up with me all that well.
No, that was a micro stutter. I think you're good.
You do? What's a micro stutter?
It basically, think of it as your camera was lagging on the picture for a second, but that could have been an entire stream stuttering, not your camera itself. Okay,
well, let's hope. Let's hope. All right, so here is the campaign. It's right here. We have raised already $1,000. That is unbelievable, you guys. In one day, just a few hours, 1,090. Fan-freaking-tastic. The only issue is, and the reason why I cannot just order a computer and go pick it up tomorrow, oops, I meant to just copy that, but okay, whatever, is that I just realized that Give, Send, Go is making me put in all my bank stuff and they have to verify it. It's going to take 4 days for them to give me the money. I cannot, I checked, and I really cannot put anything on a credit card because it would just destroy my self-worth. I hate credit cards. And we just can't do it. Mr. Fox was like, no, we have no credit card debt. We're not putting anything on a credit card. Go figure it out. So here I am figuring it out on Fairy Fox's computer. She was nice enough to let me try.
And honestly, if we get through the trial stream tomorrow without any major hiccups, I would still call that a win regardless.
Right? I know. All right, so should we stream snipe Law and Lumber? He's live right now. All right. Now let's see if this will work.
This is the essence of what Christy Kirby told you.
I'm sorry, Rob. I won't do this.
A wage or an annual earnings of approximately $100,000, which
I don't know why it wasn't live.
In the actual jury questionnaire, and they say, or the jury verdict form, and they say, this is what you have to do. Here's the box that you're going to check. And then it's even better if you actually go in there and physically check it and like to show this is how easy it is. Look, just check.
Megan, if you want, you can invite me via StreamYard and I can join.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah,
this was great.
That's a good idea. Why don't I do that? I'll send it to you.
The onward connection, and it's very difficult. We take a 5-minute recess and we go to Mr. Shapiro's closing. Mr. Shapiro, I thought, did very well. His client, before people start jumping down my neck and his neck, remember, this is his job. It's his job. And he does a good job at it.
I have a lot of tabs open right now.
It's not easy.
It's kind of exciting how many tabs I have open right now, and everything's
me
still running properly.
He really loses
But my
me
camera
at the
is
end.
lagging. Do you see
Where
this?
He starts talking about the money and the dollar figures.
It's lagging a little.
But he makes good points. It's right up until the end when he starts.
Oh yeah,
about
it's
money.
freezing. It's freezing.
Oh,
this is not good.
It drives me crazy. if you think you did a good job, and I saw Peter talk about this too. If you think you did a good job, don't say, but if you think we didn't, give him this and not that. Sir,
I said the same thing.
respectfully.
That was crazy.
How can you tell me that you did a great job and then tell me that if I disagree with your assertion and somehow agree with the plaintiff's assertion, that I should give them less money than...
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, McCrae, you were just watching Nick trying to see where he friended me? Wait, which stream? You mean last night? I should stream that? Do you mean last night's stream where Nick was roasting me on the stream? I'm trying to remember what time that was. That was funny. I'm not frozen. Yeah, but you didn't notice the camera lagging? Brad, I'm getting to you. I know I'm trying to log into my computer. It is taking me a while. Yeah, I need you to come in here actually, Brad, because I need to see how it works with a guest as well. We need to see if this works. And you all need to meet Brad because he's the IT go-to, my IT go-to guy who fixed all of this. Well, sort of. We think. We're trying. Oh, the roasting. It was before the jump to Rumble, I think, or maybe right after. I am a half-wired connection. What do I mean by that? I mean, I cannot plug directly into the router, but I do have an Ethernet cable plugged directly into a booster. That's the best I can do. That is the best I can do. All right, let's see. Let's go over to Nick's stream. I don't want to stream snipe Rob. I'm going to go and watch this later for sure, though.
What they asked for.
I had the same thoughts on that as Rob did. Like, why would you tell the jury if you really thought that you didn't do anything? Why the hell would you tell the jury? Just give them $1 million each. That's so insane. That is not what you're supposed to do if you think that you are not guilty of anything. It's a really weird flex to say, well, don't give them what they want. Just give them $1 million each. Should do it. That should do it. All right. Let's see. This would be last night. All right. Yeah, this one. I think it was towards the end. All right, I need you guys to pay attention, though, to me on the camera because I feel like I'm lagging. Like it's not real time. I'm moving slower than I would normally be moving. Now, maybe I need to do my settings. Cena, like, all right. Shh. 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 Okay.
Incentivize the market by increasing supply, which then drives demand in a supply-side economic. Physical exploitation of a subject.
I think it was over here somewhere.
It's fine by me. I mean, I've used it several times on local streams. It's a funny joke.
We should get to your fat shame.
It's like, oh, how fast till Nick has to go to sleep. Great. But only when it was legal in Minnesota have I done that, by the way. Just to be very clear before someone gets fucking stupid. When Minnesota accidentally legalized edibles, I thought that was the funniest thing. So I did a couple streams with those. And then after the legalization, I think I've done 2 local streams where marijuana illegal. You're welcome. We did it because we don't like Mexicans and we don't like black people. And if you think that that's a joke.
I actually think it might have been the Rumble one. I actually think it was after the jump to Rumble. I don't think it was before. Let's see. Let's go to Rumble because I have a feeling. Isn't that when your exercise/fat shaming was? It was on Rumble. I think it was after the jump. All right, you're saying that my window is too small. You can't tell what I'm doing. Okay, so I will change it to a larger one. Hold on. Let's move this bigger. Save. Update. I'll just be half over Nick's face. Wait a minute. Phrasing. That is not what I meant. Don't clip that. All right. Arcana Law. I'll try. I think it was after the jump on Rumble. Why is it just bringing up Nick on my stream? Oh, because I have to go to the homepage. Jeez, let's watch me learn how to do everything today. Oh, for God's sake. Why do you clip these things? I tell you not to, and then you do. It's like you don't listen at all. All right, let's see. There's Brad. Hey, Brad. Wait, where are you? Oh, I have to add you to my... Can you hear me?
Yep. Hello.
Okay, cool. All right, hold on. All right, let's see. I am trying... No, that's not what I was trying to do. Nope. Trying to edit this silly layout. Nope, not letting me do it. Okay, never mind. That's too much trouble on StreamYard. All right, let's go to share screen. And then we have to somehow find... There we go. Boy, that seems like a small screen, doesn't it?
Not really.
No? It seems normal to you?
Yeah.
All right, so it was like after like an hour and a half when he goes over to Rumble. Okay, I think it was right after this.
It was pretty
Yeah.
quick after.
YouTube. Oh my God. There we go. A couple things. Larry over on YouTube said no more streams this week. It's not true. No, we should have streams. The plan is every day this week. I don't have any anything going on that I know of. And it looks like all signs point to streaming every night. So that's good. Is what's
Okay, it's
actually
when he
happening in the
starts
fucking
reading
analysis.
Illinois.
They're both stupid.
It's when he starts
So
reading
here it is.
Illinois.
Federal appeals court upholds Illinois' assault weapons ban. Illinois, which is actually proper because it has an apostrophe, nearly year-old ban.
Thank you, Unhung Hero.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm definitely a boomer. There's no doubt about it with my tech skills. No doubt.
Year-old ban, as if it being a year old is like a thing. I don't know. I don't know why that's relevant. Illinois' nearly year-old ban on guns deemed assault weapons can stand per decision issued Friday by a federal appeals court. Quote, listen to how this fucking starts. Quote, even the most important personal freedoms have their limits.
I love when he goes on these rants.
I know.
From judges. Megan Fox says the S is silent. He's just gay. Not when it's a plural, Megan. Or not, I mean, a possessive. Sorry. A possessive, Megan.
I'm like, Illinois's? What?
There we go. I didn't mean plural. I just said plural. I meant a possessive. It's got an apostrophe because it's possessive. It wouldn't be Illinois nearly year-old band. It's Illinois' nearly year-old band. You're not seriously going to argue that the possessive of Illinois doesn't have an S sound at the end. Read the art. It's right there in the article. They didn't add the S on the after the apostrophe because they use the new style. I prefer on a proper noun that ends with an S. When you add an apostrophe, you should add a subsequent S. That's the proper English way to do it. But the new style, because people are retarded, is to just add an apostrophe.
I mean, you are a journalist, Megan, but he's a creative writing major. So, I mean, how
By the
are we
way,
to top
guys,
that?
Megan wants.
Well, he was right. But his pause when he said it, I was like, I didn't get the context. because he goes, Illinois, and then he paused before he continued. So I was like, is he just trying to piss me off right now? Yes. Like it just, and then I didn't see the context, but yeah, of course he was right. Then he said plural, and I was like, no, that's not right. You can't pluralize Illinois. For one, there aren't two Illinois. I guess you could say if there were two Illinois, you would put an S on it. But he meant possessive. So then there was confusion. So then we started fighting about grammar.
Wants me to like have her on the show because we haven't talked in forever and we're like friends or something. She's like, oh, have you heard about this case? And I'm like, no, I agree all the time with doctors taking children away from their parents. And I think the state should be the parent of every child. So I don't know what you're even talking about.
He was so mean. This is so mean.
But I guess
So
we'll have
unnecessary.
to maybe talk about Megan Fox or talk. Yeah, no, that's Megan. I screwed it up.
He gave himself an out.
I said talk about Megan Fox, but now I have to stick with it. So we're not going to have Megan on the show. I'm just going to talk about her. I'm going to do an entire show talking about Megan Fox.
He's such an ass.
Oh boy.
Hilariously, the chat
Perfect.
was
She's
like,
not coming on now. Oh, that I guess I have no options left. Now I'll just have to talk
I
about
said
it.
I'm not coming on
bad.
anyway now.
So even the most important
Surprisingly, Nick's chat was for the first time standing up for me at that point. They were like, what do you mean? You need to have her on. All right, is it me or is the whole picture fuzzy?
It is a little fuzzy, so click the gear on the stream.
Okay. And general or
No, in the Rumble stream.
oh, the Rumble stream. Yeah, I feel like it's okay.
Yeah, you're at 1.
What's it
You go up
supposed
to
to
4 or 4.6 on
Where's...
the bottom there.
Oh, that's better.
personal freedoms have their limits. That's judges for you right there.
That's better.
Yep.
And then the other thing is, do you notice the lagginess of my camera?
It does stutter a little bit, and I imagine that goes back to that CPU issue we were seeing earlier, the CPU utilization going higher.
Okay, so if I open that thing, it is now at, well, it spiked for a second. Now it's settling back down. It's going down to like 35, 32, 34, 40. Now it's going back up, 37. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
so
that's just Google Chrome. Where's the
Yeah.
other one you put on here?
The hardware monitor, it should be the
Yeah.
red dot or the red square with the lightning bolt on it.
Oh, yeah. Where did I see that? I think it was over here. Yeah. Wait. Now when I click on it, it says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Just say yes?
Yep.
Okay. All right. This is now saying the temperature is 57. That's
Yep,
probably
that's good.
okay. Where's CPU? I don't see CPU.
You should see utilization underneath of that temperature.
Oh, yeah.
setting.
Processor 51,
Yeah,
47, 61, 47, 49.
so watching it in StreamYard itself, it's actually pretty good. All of the transitions and whatnot seem to be going well. But I think it's just a growing pain with using the transitional laptop, but for having momentary stutters is still better than your system fully locking up.
Well, that's true, but we're not quite at the point where it does that. So we're at a half an hour right now. It was doing it today probably about every half an hour to 45 minutes.
Right.
It was before then doing every like hour, and sometimes I would get like 2 hours. So I have to like stay on here until an hour. I do not like the way my camera looks either. I must not have set
Does
it
it have
right.
a white balance on?
I turned that off, but I think I may have overdone the contrast or something. Let's see. Where is it? See, I had to download the software though on this computer, which is a big pain in the ass. I didn't want to have to do that because, you know, it doesn't need more stuff taking up memory, right? But I don't know how else to make it work. And now I don't know where it went. So I downloaded it, I opened it, and I did stuff with it, but now I can't find it. That's not good.
If you click the start button, it should be there under.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, there it is. Yeah, the start button. I'm new to Windows. I'm new.
It's okay.
I'm new, and I don't need help with my camera. No, thank you. Notification center. I do not think I need help.
Lying by the sea, we will say a quick prayer over your burned popcorn, because that is never a good thing to have.
What? Who burned their popcorn?
Lying by the sea in the YouTube chat.
Look at this crazy contrast. Look at this crazy, ridiculous camera. This is
That's some oversaturation right there.
That's seriously bad. Okay. I'm just too bright or something. I don't know. Like, would we bring down the brightness maybe? Is it a contrast issue? No, it's like fuzzy. Where?
Not really fuzzy.
What is it? Here, let me make me big so I can see. All right.
Oh, holy cow.
What?
We have an anonymous donor on your Give, Send, Go. We are now at $1,640.
Shut up. That is amazing. You anonymous people are something else. $500. That's outrageous. Thank you so much. I wish I could order that computer right now, but they have to take my stupid bank numbers. And they're screwing around. Holy cow, McRae, thank you for bringing that to our attention. I get you met your goal on fundraiser. I guess you want attention. Yes, I have Munchausen syndrome by proxy, which is evident by the Give, Send, Go that I set up today. So that's a problem. McRae also, thank you for the super chat that said, I did have the thought, Megan, scary, I know. What if the fact that they didn't want the reports means they decided not to give them anything? No, that can't be. What happened probably is that they found something in the massive tons of documents that answered the question they had. Or one of them took really good notes and was like, I have it. It's right here. I don't think that that's possible, that they'd be on one track to be like, we're going to give them all the zeros. And then they don't have a report. So they're like, no, she gets nothing.
We don't know who juror number 1 is, but from the conversation they had after the jury went in for deliberations, they said that he took notes very well during closing for both the plaintiffs and the defendants. So if someone is highly documenting the case, I imagine it's juror number 1.
Yeah, somebody had those numbers written down and they found them. That's all. That's what I think. Unhung Hero, thanks for the super chat, says Baldo side effects includes lateness, gayness, drunkenness, bottle licking, and a lisp when pronouncing Illinois. I have a feeling though that Nick does not get very drunk very often. You guys think he's drunk all the time. He's really not. He can drink us all under the table and still be pretty sober.
That's what you get for being 6'2".
Yeah, he's a large dude, and he doesn't drink as much as you think he does. Let's see. Man, I cannot believe. Okay, so I think the camera looks good now. We're still sharing. I'm still sharing Nick's stream, actually. I haven't removed it from, so that's all still happening. Plus, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs open on my other screen, which I normally would not have, including the locals chat is going. I have that open. I have Rumble. How you doing over there, Rumble? How's everybody on Rumble? But yeah, wow. Thank you so much to whoever is the anonymous donor for the computer. I'm blown away by your generosity. All of you who gave, from the $10, $5, $20, $50, $100. Several people gave $100, including Mr. IT Goatee here. Thank you very much. And
I
then
have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. Were you not wanting Mrs. IT Goatee to know about that?
She's upstairs sleeping, so I'm less worried about that.
All right, I'll make sure I delete the stream afterwards. Oh, this is amazing. You guys are so awesome. So, should we show them? Should we show them the computer that we've decided on?
Yeah,
I'm sure that everyone wants to see this. Okay.
We can have every professional IT person here in chat tell me how bad my decision was for your computer.
I disagree strongly. I think your decision making is very good, and I agree with it wholeheartedly. Why can't I get back to Chrome? Please go back to Chrome. Okay. All right, I need to share this now. I'm having a hard time with this keyboard. You know what this stupid laptop does? You know what the keyboard does? The lights turn off when you're not using it. So then you don't know where the freaking letters are. You can't see them. No,
usually there's a button in the function section that's got a little kind of looks like a sunrise, and that's where the brightness is to adjust the keyboard settings. So
like on the keyboard?
Yeah, it'd be on the function row at the top.
Oh, function row at oh yeah, it looks like a sunrise. Oh shit, it just disappeared again. And then how do you make it so you just no, that's not it.
There'd be the sunrise one, and then there's a bigger sunrise, and that's usually the brighter one. And then you would do that to turn it up or down.
Well, it's not that it's not bright enough. It's just that it's like on a timer and it switches off when you're not using it. And then you have to just like blindly tap at the keys so you can see again.
What I would do is I would just kind of memorize where the shift button is, because if you just press shift without anything else, then that'll wake it back up.
Okay, I understand. All right, here it is, folks. Here it is. This is it. Those of you, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. What happened? Stop. Okay. So you want to see the specs on this thing? Here it is.
We'll go back up to the top real quick.
All right.
We'll give it the full consultation.
I'll let you describe this, because I have no freaking clue what I'm looking at.
So the biggest thing when you're selecting a computer is, especially in a business sense, is what does the customer want? And we discussed this a little bit. The weight of selecting a Mac versus a PC was less of a concern, and we really just wanted to make sure that one, modularity was there, which you do not get when you're running a Mac, and the ability to diagnose, fix, and repair on your own.
Right.
Is a
not that I could ever do that, but I could call you and you could walk me through.
I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, my flight times would be a little bit late, but in a real pinch, it could definitely happen. But picking something that's going to be powerful enough for streaming, getting rid of some of these issues of trying to run the camera, trying to run Chrome, all these other things can be intensive on the browser and the CPU. Making sure we have enough processing power to be able to handle that. Chrome loves RAM. 32 gigs of RAM gets us in a very good spot where we need to be. 2 terabyte NVMe SSD, that's where all of your documents and operating system files are going to live. When it's on there, it's going to be fast, ready, and accessible for you. An NVIDIA GeForce 4060 Ti, it's not going to scream in terms of network or in terms of video games and whatnot, but if for whatever reason you had to switch to a system that did GPU offloading,
God, I have no idea what GPU offloading means. You're like, again, with the Klingon. Do you have to speak Klingon to me? You know I don't understand these things.
So you have a CPU, which is a central processing unit, and you have a GPU, which is your graphics processing unit.
Oh, I've never
They're
even heard of that. I've never
Well-
heard of a GPU ever in my life, not once.
Well, so now we're gonna teach you. Now this is gonna be a teaching stream. This is not a watch Megan flail on a PC stream. So, central processing unit is designed to do general tasks. And when you try and put a graphics task through something that's not designed to do that, it's going to be slower, inefficient, and cause problems. So that's what GPU offloading is when you take a graphics task and put it on the GPU where it's designed to handle that kind of information, it's going to be faster and more efficient.
Okay, well that makes sense. I like Hayby says it's not GPS, Megan. Thank you, but for a second I did think that's what he meant. I don't know how you read my mind like this. But look, I don't speak nerd. I'm sorry. I tried. I wanted to be one when I was a kid, but it turned out that I was a cheerleader, and cheerleaders and nerds don't speak the same language. However, that doesn't mean we can't learn. Go ahead.
It's weird because Nick is a cheerleader and a nerd.
I know. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Nick did offer to let me fly to Minnesota, and he said he would build me a computer live on the air. I would have taken him up on that if I had the time to do it. But I literally do not have the time to buy a plane ticket, get on a plane, fly to Minnesota, get babysitting for my children, and arrange for someone to be, get them off to school while I screw around in Minnesota watching Nick build me a computer. Although that would make great programming.
It would be.
It would be.
So,
it would be a great stream. Yeah, so this is it. This is going to be the one that when Give Send Go releases my funds in 4 days, I'm going to get it. I'm going to go pick it up, and it's in Rochester apparently. So unless a bunch of people go and buy them, I will have one in approximately 4 days, which frankly, this trial might still be going on. Tomorrow we're going to have to just get through it on this laptop, on Fairy Fox's laptop, and I so far so good. We're at 43 minutes. I have not had any shutdowns yet. The camera seems to be going okay. Yeah.
We get occasional stutters on it. I can see that in StreamYard itself, but it's not full out stopping, which is good.
Yeah, and I don't have the spinny wheel of death or anything right now. So that's good. That's all very good.
And yes,
All
as a
right.
fan, it would have been a drunk stream.
How could it not be? A drunk computer build. Nick said he would teach me how to trigger all the nerds by drinking liquids next to the build. He said that would do it. So it would have been a lot of fun. It's like I'm destined, though, to never actually meet Nick in person, because every time that the opportunity comes around, there's some reason why I can't. I was supposed to go to Tennessee. I was supposed to go to Nashville, and we were like ready to go, and we even were like making plans, like hotel plans and stuff. And then did one of us get sick, or the kid got sick? I think COVID. I think we got COVID. So that did not work. We're still, I see on locals, now we are doing AI renditions of the Twaffle. This is just disturbing. This is scary. Who did this? This is now the new. Oh, look, I'm frozen.
I do see that.
I'm frozen, Brad.
Oop.
Uh-oh.
I saw a change.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not. It's doing the same thing. Is it the freaking camera?
I think that's the camera, though. I think. Can you click off of the locals image? See if that.
Uh-oh. It's StreamYard. Or I don't know. Like, what are you seeing now? Okay. Camera's still not working.
I saw the camera change. Now it's back, sort of.
The camera's but way behind.
Yeah. Look at your hardware monitor and see what.
Okay, what's a hardware monitor? Where am I going now?
The red square with the lightning bolt.
Oh yeah, right. That. All right. So
McCrae, it only has 8 gigs of RAM, unfortunately. So
yeah, it's not great. Where do I find the camera?
it's not showing the camera. We want to look at the CPU utilization on that.
Oh, okay. So that would be.
Back at the top.
Is there a way for me to share this with you? Because that would be a whole lot easier. Let me see.
Can you share it in StreamYard? I would
Yeah,
imagine you could.
I think I can. Well, I tried. It said I could, but it didn't appear. So, oh, look, nope, here it comes. It's just really moving really slow. All right. Nope, it doesn't want to put it on the screen. Let's try again.
Yeah, you see, it says utilization there. It's pegging at 90% utilization to 100%.
Uh-oh, that's not good. What does that mean?
That means that your CPU is full of tasks trying to be done, and more tasks are trying to be executed, but it doesn't have enough time to be able to execute it. So you could call it overloading your CPU with too much stuff to do.
All right, so what does that mean? Close Windows.
Closing Windows would help.
All right.
If you go back to Task Manager, you'd be able to see what's actively using CPU time. And I would probably...
Task Manager. Where's the Task Manager?
If you right-click on the taskbar at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and then hit Task Manager.
Oh, you okay, so for some reason Skype is still open. You have to quit that. What is this? I don't know what GeForce GTX is. No clue.
Yeah, that's fine.
Leave it open?
Yeah.
All right, and then there's like the antivirus or whatever. Intel Rapid Storage Technology? What is that?
That's a tool that they use to talk to your storage devices on laptops.
So that has to stay open?
Yeah.
NVIDIA settings?
Is that sorted by CPU? You should see a little down arrow on it.
I do not see a down arrow on it.
Then click on the CPU header there to try and get it to sort by CPU time, and you'll see.
I don't know what a CPU header is. No idea. No idea.
So you're looking at the processes view, and you have name, status, CPU. That's the header of the table that you're being presented.
I don't think I'm looking at what you're looking at. I was just looking at that little down arrow that's on the taskbar to try and close stuff. I'm not looking at the same thing you're looking at. But I do appear to have 2 Chrome windows open. Oh, yeah. Well, I have those 2. Okay, that's fine. And what's this one? This is something else. What's this one? All right. So what happens now if I go... What if I switch... What if I unplug this camera and just try to use the camera that's... Isn't there a camera in this thing?
That's a possibility. I don't think the camera should be using that much CPU, though, but I guess it's certainly possible.
Well, isn't it weird, though, that when... Look at, I'm still freezing and stuttering, and I closed down so much stuff.
Yeah.
No, T-Rope, I didn't buy anything yet. This is just my daughter's computer I'm trying to limp by with, okay? I'm trying to figure out how to get past tomorrow. That's really all we need to do is get past tomorrow, and then I can go and buy a good system.
Camera driver was automatically installed when she installed the companion app, so I don't think that's an issue. You can certainly unplug the camera, and then since we're looking at the CPU stats, see if that changes anything.
Okay. All right.
Well, it certainly did seem to help. Did it just straight up drop her from StreamYard, though? Modem and Wi-Fi Kimmy is probably not going to be the fix. We're looking at hardware issues with CPU contention and possibly the camera. Yeah, we're just doing a fun little stream right now, trying to help Megan out, make sure that she's good to go for tomorrow in case the Maya trial jury comes back with a verdict. It's certainly possible that they'd try and come back with a verdict before the long weekend. We know that the
This is a terrible view. Oh my God. Hating every second of this.
I mean, it looks a little
Fuzzy.
different, but
I've got to lift up the desk now so that it's not staring directly at my double chin. All right. It's also very fuzzy. This is horrific.
yeah, most laptop cameras are kind of on the poor side. That's the unfortunate thing is your Mac camera on your MacBook Pro is probably better than the camera that you got for in your daughter's computer.
Ugh. That's depressing.
Lying by the Sea, Linux could help. The problem with Linux is you're talking about a very large base of knowledge that would need to be imparted, and I cannot just fly there to install it for her as much as I would love to.
Oh my God.
It would certainly help because
terrible.
Windows has terrible CPU processing scheduling, but if we're running into hardware problems of the laptop just not being able to keep up, we're really not gonna have that problem once she gets the new computer. But
right. And we're only just trying to get through tomorrow. Honestly, we're just trying to get through tomorrow. That's all we have to do is get through tomorrow so that I'm not, constantly, or there's got to be a setting for this camera. I've got to be able to change something on it, right? There's some way to get to the camera device setting. How about that?
Yep, that sounds about right.
HD webcam? No, that's the... Is that what it is? HD webcam? Oh yeah,
probably.
There we go. How come this looks, this looks a little better. All right, let's try and, it's like too bright. There we go. There we go. That's, no.
I'd say about halfway between where it is and where it was.
It's, it's a little better. Okay. All right. And this is just way too bright now. It's making me uncomfortable. I can turn this down maybe. Just, can you go down now? Yeah, go down in intensity. The intensity is too much. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, I guess that's better than it was. All right, not as bad as I think it is. Not as bad it is, right? Okay. All right, it's one day. I can get through it with a shitty ass camera for one day. Let me check the settings too. Oh, let's try the StreamYard filter and see if it makes me look any better. There we go. Now I look green. Well, all right, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out at some point. All right, now the camera, as far as I can tell, it hasn't been stuttering or anything though.
No, it's actually really good. So I think that particular camera, for whatever reason, just takes a lot of CPU resources.
Let's pull that little thing back up so we can see what we're looking. I don't know what we're talking. I don't know what this is called, but
hardware monitor.
You know what it is. The hardware monitor. Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, and that moved much faster too. Much faster. Look at how quick we got that up.
Yeah, I know that when you unplug that camera, you could see the utilization drop, and then unfortunately you dropped, and then the share dropped. So I don't know if it just
What
completely
happened
kicked
after
you.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it did. What happened was I was still in StreamYard, but I was in the green room, but it wouldn't let me put myself back in because it couldn't read the camera and the setting. I couldn't click on anything, so I had to refresh.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you look? You're looking at utilization, so it's still kind of up there, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, utilization's up there, but it's certainly not pegged at where it was, because that camera was probably using the CPU to do processing before it got sent up to StreamYard. So if you think of it in this way, if you've got a factory line and someone has to take a product, wrap it, and put it in a box. Well, if you add more steps before the product goes in the box, then that's delaying everything else before it can go out. So that could be one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of that stuttering, is that you're trying to take the frame, process it, then give it to the network to send up to StreamYard and go out.
okay, I wonder if I should just bite the bullet and buy a new camera when I get the computer.
You've got the money for it now.
Yeah, I think I do. Because what if it's the camera too? I mean, not obviously it's other things. You looked at my computer. It's not keeping up. And there's no way it's going to get any better.
I didn't look at your Mac. So
but trust me, it's bad. It's even worse than this laptop. It's bad. The memory's gone.
I do certainly think the new one will be better for you in the long term.
Yeah. I've been having computer problems for a while now. But I guess now I'm going to have to get a new camera, because you're right. The chat's like, remember, desktops don't come with monitors or cameras. Well, luckily I have a monitor. I'm just going to have to get a second one. I do have a large one, and I'll have to get a second one.
Are you familiar with Wirecutter?
What is that?
Wirecutter was a product review section that got bought out by New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
And it was introduced to me by a former boss, and they have been one of the best product review sites that I have found for recommendations for different things.
Like for finding a camera. That's
Yep.
for instance, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, yeah, one thing at a time, chat. You're right. One thing at a time. I mean, if the camera on a brand new computer with nothing on it, it should be okay until I discover if it's doing something bad. We'll have to test it out again, Brad, when we get it.
Well, I'm sure we will.
All right, let's stream something. Let's see. Let's stop this.
You can't use the laptop as a second monitor. Only
No, yeah, you can't, right? You can't. I've tried that. It doesn't work.
She's been doing that, but because we're moving to a desktop, she would need to add a new monitor in addition to the one that she currently has.
You cannot just use a laptop that isn't part of... I've tried, because I have two Mac laptops. I have an AirBook that I don't use anymore and a MacBook Pro, and I tried to use the AirBook just as a monitor, but it literally does not have the capability. You cannot do it. You can, like, I could fire it up and just like have another screen open, but it's not connected.
Yep.
No, I did not get the desktop yet, guys. I am going to. That's going to happen. We hit the goal, but I'm trying to figure out how to get through tomorrow without what happened today, because that was horrible. I was so embarrassed. I had Robert Barnes on and I couldn't even talk to him face to face because I couldn't. I barely made it through that interview without having to restart the computer. So I'm lucky I got through it. It was still a really good interview, though. If you guys get a chance to go back and watch that, you should, because it was a really good. It was at the end of today's live stream. Robert Barnes joined. We talked about the Wauwatosa lawsuit and how that went. And okay, cool. So this is the site you want me to go look at for cameras. Okay, good. Here we go. Best webcams. Nice.
if you look at that tagline at the very top of the page there, we independently review everything we recommend. When you buy through our links, we may earn a commission. So they buy all of their products and then they send their reviewers out to do, 10, 20, 40 hours worth of testing with the products that they have. And when you scroll to the very bottom, that you get the research below all that. There, the
Oh,
research.
cool.
Why you should trust us, how are, all these different things that they talk about in terms of how do they do their evaluations and whatnot. And
All right. All right. I am going to. Oh, I know what I want. Does Chrome save your bookmarks?
you should transfer over. So if you sign into your account,
Yeah, I'm signed
on there-
into Chrome, but I can't seem to access. Like, where do you even find the bookmarks at this point? They used to be up at the top, but
Yeah,
I'm
top
somewhere
right.
else. I see recently closed. I don't see bookmarks.
So if you see recently closed, you'll be in history, but not.
Well, so there used to be like a file, tools, and everything up at the top, and now there's nothing there. Now it's just tabs.
Yeah, because everyone's done that. If you right click next to the address bar there.
Oh, bookmark. Wait, it says bookmark all tabs. No, I don't want to do that. Sorry, say that again.
If you right click on next to the address bar in the white space,
Okay.
do you see a button for menu bar?
No.
Let me load up Chrome. I use Firefox. I prefer it.
Task manager. Name window. Oh, shit. I hate it when see, this is the kind of thing I knew I was going to get pissed off about. I'm glad I'm doing this because then I'd be trying to find something and I'd be like, nope, can't find it. Where the hell is it?
You definitely did the right thing in setting up a trial stream before the trial stream because you definitely don't want to be trying to find something like this.
This is so frustrating. Where I can't get to my bookmarks.
Okay, so you hit the 3-button drop down and bookmark in lists.
Oh, there they are. There, 3-button drop down. You're a genius.
Yep.
Now I forgot what I was looking for though. What were we talking about?
You were thinking of things to stream, I would imagine, and you knew.
Oh yes. Okay, so here's something. I never got to stream the Pennsylvania families in Lehigh County at the press conference, and here it is. We played like one of these. Let's do this.
That was my daughter, and that was my.
Let's go to the beginning because there's some seriously terrible stuff here, and I don't think we heard this.
When any of these doctors kept coming into.
Let me make sure the closed captioning is on.
Check the stream
I wonder if
settings
my
on that
volume boost works.
Because they disagree with you. How does she still have a license to practice medicine with these types of behaviors?
Okay, go to 1080.
1080? Okay,
Yeah.
Hold on. Quality 1080. Why do we have this spinny thing?
It's buffering.
Oh, I'm frozen again.
She looked at me and walked away. I was terrified the whole time and was not allowed to have a familiar person with me when any of these doctors interrogated me over and over again.
It's unimaginable to be wrongfully accused of child abuse. For all of us, a lot of the damage is already done. I ask commissioners to please assure Dr. Jensen is removed from her position of ridiculous power.
Without ever meeting me, Dr. Jensen, along with CYS, managed to turn my entire life upside down by forcibly removing me from my parents and throwing me into kinship care.
Everything that she falsely accused us of, she actually did herself. Manipulated doctors, lied about what they said, and forced unnecessary procedures on a child, including surgery. Dr. Jensen is a predator.
We will never look at the word doctor the same way again.
I'm here to discuss what I hope we can agree as a vice president. My name is Mark Tinsley. I'm the controller of Lehigh County. My duty is to be the watchdog of public funds and ensure the county uses taxpayer money appropriately and efficiently.
Okay, I hate to tell you this, but the background noise in this video is brutal. And the only way you can hear the people talking is if I have the volume boosted, but you're going to hear like clicking and like loud noises, and there's just nothing I can do about it.
This morning I released a copy of my report titled The Cost of Misdiagnosis. Recently, my office uncovered statistics that may impact the county's finances. I became aware of a rare disease called Munchausen syndrome by proxy. This is a disease where a caregiver convinces a child they are sick, often seeking unnecessary medical treatment and intervention. Munchausen syndrome is considered medical child abuse, and so children and youth services, who Lehigh County provides more than a $30 million budget for, is involved in cases with this disease. The controller's office found that while the northeast region of Pennsylvania, which includes Lehigh County, has only 11% of the children in the state, it has 40% of the cases of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. 33% of the state's Munchausen syndrome by proxy is located in Lehigh and Northampton County below. Scott Bailey, PhD, the chair and professor of psychology at Texas Lutheran University, stated, given the seriousness of child abuse and the rarity of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, close examination into what is driving the high numbers of diagnosis in the Northeast region appears not only merited, but urgent. A misdiagnosis of this syndrome, or really any misdiagnosis that causes us to remove a child, may lead to considerable costs to the county, including foster care, kinship care, caseworker costs, to name just a few, as well as potential legal liabilities. Lehigh County spends more than $8 million on foster care and kinship care, and another $2 million on counseling. This is money well spent when it is directed towards the parents and children in need, but money is wasted when there is a misdiagnosis. Misdiagnosis also has consequences on innocent families, as falsely accused parents are deemed child abusers. Part of the state process, which the county follows, requires caseworkers within 60 days to decide the status of the case. They label the case as unfounded, meaning they do not suspect child abuse, or indicated, meaning they have substantial evidence of child abuse. This evidence may be based on diagnosis of a doctor.
Megan, pause it for a
Without a
sec.
judge or jury, these caregivers are labeled as child abusers
Wait, hang
in
on a
the eyes
second.
of Pennsylvania. They will receive a letter from the state that says,
Stop.
Human Services made a determination.
Okay, sorry. What'd you say?
I was going to say, one of the things that he's talking about in how funding for some of these organizations comes through, and if one of the things that Nick has talked about is that no state has drunk driving laws. All of the drunk driving laws come from a Department of Transportation regulation that says states receive no funding if there isn't a drunk driving statute. And it's really crazy how some of this funding comes through, because the way that he's talking about it, he says the county follows what the state does, and the state exerts pressure on counties and municipalities and saying, you're going to follow through with this, with what we want. Otherwise, you're going to not get funding for whatever XYZ project is.
Interesting. Yeah, and this guy who's talking right now, by the way, he's actually from the county. He's a county guy. He's like I don't know if he's the tax assessor guy or he's somebody though who works at the county, and he finally listened to people who came and showed him all this evidence. And he went in front, and this is a press conference, but he actually went in front of the board, begging them to listen. And he wrote a report that's like 100 pages. I have it in one of my bookmarks. I was going to go through it, but Maya's case just took over everything. But he wrote a report that shows that Lehigh County takes a massive amount of kids in comparison to other counties around it. This is the same thing that's happening with Dr. Sally Smith. Do you remember in the Netflix documentary how it showed that they take 3 times the number of kids in Pinellas County than in other places? And you have to think that it's tied to the funding. You have to think that. Like, it must be. Brad, did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
You're still there.
I'm just trying to figure out where is Lehigh in comparison to these other.
It's in Pennsylvania. Lehigh County is in Pennsylvania. I can't remember the name of the closest like city that you would recognize.
Looks like it's near Allentown. It's county seat is
Allentown. That's it. Yeah. The camera is working. I did notice that it is working a little better. It is stuttering a bit. Let me look at the let's switch over.
Not doing as much processing as the other one was, so I think it's.
Let me share the processor for a second so you can see it. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it just dropped down though. No, it didn't. It's still doing what it was doing. It's still around the same. Never mind.
It's a little high, but we're not sitting at 99% like we were with the other camera.
Right, which I'm sure makes a difference, right?
Yes, very much so.
It would have to. I wonder if I can let it. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to take. You're still there. I just am. I switched over to a different. I wonder if I can. Let me build a different view and see if I can share 2 things at once. What can I put in here? So I can add. No, I can only add a camera slot and a media. One thing at a time.
Unless you were to present like your whole screen, and then you could do multiple windows there.
Present the whole screen. Oh, I see what you're saying. I wonder if that would be helpful.
I would say largely not.
Okay.
We know what the issue is at this point. It's just a matter of, I would say, keep the video on your large monitor, and then keep hardware monitor, maybe, shrink it down a little bit and keep it on the laptop screen.
Wait, say that again. I have StreamYard on the big one.
Oh.
So I can read the chats and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So leave that there, and then.
And then I put the
your content on the laptop.
On the laptop. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's see. Let's try this again. Why can't we see it? Oh, because I'm in the wrong view. I was trying to create a new view, but it wasn't working.
If you committed child abuse, Human Services made that determination, not a judge. This person is put on Pennsylvania Child Abuse Registry. They may lose their jobs or be unable to find employment. Few actions demonstrate government overreach more clearly than the county separating children from their parents without proper justification. As some have suggested, I will be sending this report to the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services and the Auditor General. However, there are things the county can and should do. My principal recommendations are as follows. Lehigh County should require a second opinion concerning the diagnosis of medical child abuse when considering removing a child from their families. The second opinion should meet the following criteria. It should be from a medical professional affiliated with a different hospital network than the one involved in the initial diagnosis. The individual providing the second opinion must have expertise in the specific specialty that is relevant to the case in question. Remember, Munchausen is where the mother already has a diagnosis from a doctor. So it's one doctor versus another doctor, and we are just choosing our doctor while the parents are choosing their doctor. A second specialized opinion seems warranted. The county should hire an independent investigator to provide an unbiased review of the processes before and after a caregiver is indicated.
An investigator.
The selection of the investigator should be done in collaboration with SEIU. The union caseworkers are members of, to ensure that employees feel involved, fairly treated, and protected from undue blame. The the county should request
Kind
that
of
the
like a
hospital
state-based prosecutor, you know,
medical
like a
child
Kathy
abuse
Beatty.
case, for the fact
It,
Yeah. Why on earth haven't we had an outside investigative a body investigate what's happening at these hospitals? The 80 families in Lehigh County have been wrongfully accused of child abuse. Out of those 80 families, something like, I don't know, 10 to 15 of them were accused of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. It's not possible. In the same hospital, it's not possible. I mean, it's just not possible. So this we need an investigation into this countrywide. This is widespread, and Dr. Newberger hit the nail on the head when he explained that though he helped build the child abuse pediatric specialty, he wanted nothing to do with it because they refused to do what he said and go with a multidisciplinary approach. And instead, they decided to just make it a thumbs up, thumbs down, whether there's child abuse or not. And he knew it was going to lead to this absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. So, yeah, this is terrible. I think Legal Vice says, what are you doing here? We're just testing out my computer for tomorrow. I stole my kid's laptop, which is my parental authority in action. And Brad here is helping me try and get it limping through tomorrow. Nobody wants to investigate Beatty's body. Shudder. Yeah, that's a visual nobody wanted before we went to bed. This scandal is so bad. I promise you guys that I will do more of this Lehigh County stuff when, you know, and we will go through this entire thing together. I think we've done enough here to show that this is going to work better because we're at an hour and 18 and I haven't had to restart yet.
yeah, I think that's a total win.
Me too.
I think getting through tomorrow, you know, we cross our fingers, hope we get a verdict, but it's looking a little bit grim on that front.
Yeah, I'm not real hopeful that tomorrow's going to be an actual verdict. I think we're going through the weekend anyway. Even if they do give a verdict, we then have to do the hearing on punitive damages. If they decide for punitive damages, we have to have a whole other series of testimony on that.
The argument today was pretty funny. They're like, we want to get the former CEO of Johns Hopkins All Children's. And they're like, why? He's one, out of state, and two, you're letting us know, 4 hours before we're supposed to do depositions. Like, no, you can't get that.
I know. Although I have to say, if I'm the judge, I'd let him do it because of how badly the defense behaved. The defense lied to the court willfully, knowingly, and I think they have not paid for that yet. And I don't know what's it going to take to get the message through to them that they should not be lying to the court.
Nick talks about that a lot. He goes, some of these lawyers act in such a way that it's so interesting how nothing is done, and what you're not going to get a prosecutor to charge the police department unless the public literally forces their hand on these things to try and investigate, prosecute it. Perjury charges. What's the point of having a perjury statute if nobody gets charged with it?
No, nobody ever gets charged with it. In fact, I asked Nick that question one of the first times I was on this stream with him, and he was like, "Oh, you sweet summer child." What on earth do you think you're doing talking about perjury? Ain't nobody getting charged with perjury. And you know what? I think there's a 300-page motion right now for sanctions against the defense that the plaintiff has filed and worked hard on. And it deserves a hearing. It deserves to be taken very seriously. It has a lot of serious allegations in it. And I want to see sanctions. At the very least, how could they do nothing? How could the judge do nothing to these people? We watched them lie to the court. He called them out several times for lying to the court and lying to the jury. And I'm getting this bad, sick feeling in my stomach that they're going to get away with it. Legal Vices says, I don't think anyone is questioning whether or not JH is going to pay. Yeah, they're going to pay money, but we want them to pay I want them to pay in as many ways as they possibly can. I want to see handcuffs. I want to see Hunter on the ground screaming, "Don't tase me, bro," by the time this is over. That's kind of what I want to see. And I realize that that is not going to happen. League of Vices says $1 million for every page of the motion. Well,
Honestly,
about in the
I
ballpark.
do have a slight tear of sadness for this defense team because they are outside counsel. Because you know, it's not like they were hired by.
Oh no, but
them.
Hunter claims to be outside counsel. This SOB was leading the charge against Maya's family. He was the guy. He was the guy. In fact, he's so involved, they've had to redact him out of emails in evidence because he was there. He knows every single bit of what happened with this family.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's outside counsel, but he's been on the inside of this from the beginning. I don't even know how they end up calling him outside counsel. He was the one directing the hospital and to do what they did to Maya. I have emails from Hunter showing that he was the one telling the court what they should do.
I would certainly say, to the judge's credit, sanctions are a distraction from the issue at hand. So they can always take up sanctions after the fact, but I think the fact that the judge is worried about the fact that these jurors, because we're talking about everyone, the alternates and the sitting jury panel right now, being with them for 9 weeks already, and wanting to get them into deliberations because.
Yeah, but why couldn't he hold the hearing while they're deliberating?
Oh yeah, they absolutely could hold a hearing,
and he should in front of the cameras. He should. We should get to see, because I know what they're going to do. They are going to wait till this trial is over, and then they will have a hearing, and there will be no cameras in the courtroom, and we will not get to know what happened, or we'll have to look it up on the docket and have to try and figure it out, which I will do. I will do that if that's what it comes down to. But there is no reason why he couldn't have taken the 11 hours that they were out today or whatever it was and have that hearing. Because you don't need the jury for that. This is a judge-only motion. So, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like... I feel... I was told by reliable sources that the law firm that Hunter works for, and I don't remember the name of it now, is a very politically connected firm in Florida. And they have a lot of power. And if they are not held accountable to willfully and knowingly lying to the court, I just don't even want to think what else they're getting away with. It was filed last week. Those of you asking, when was it filed? The motion for sanctions was filed last week, I think Friday-ish. 327 pages, and we haven't. There's some really good stuff in there. There's transcripts from the deposition that happened on Friday, and the dirty tricks that they played in the deposition. We are going to go over it at some point. We're going to have a lot of content on this trial, even when it's over. So don't worry. Don't worry if you think like, oh my God, what am I going to do when this trial is over? Because there are just tens of thousands of documents. All right. I'm going to call it a night. I'm tired.
Yep.
To get up super early.
8 o'clock tomorrow.
Thank you so much for your help today. I can't even tell you how much it means that you helped me do this.
No worries. I mean, I live for technology and helping folks, and I can't let you sit there and try and suffer on stream.
It was getting bad. I was starting to get ready to throw things. It was really bad. So I appreciate all the time you put in today. And to everybody in the chat, come back tomorrow. There will be a stream. I don't know what time I'm going to fire it up. It depends. I may need to sleep in a little tomorrow. I feel like with Recovery Addict, and just give me a minute, because I'm thinking more like 9:30ish, 10 is
The likelihood of them coming back 15 minutes after.
yeah, not good.
Yeah.
All right,
If you need
everybody.
color commentary on streams or whatnot, you're welcome to invite me on.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I certainly will. I certainly will. In fact, I could use you in the probably use you in the deposition read through. We need another voice. You busy on Friday night at 10
Friday night at 10. No,
Eastern time?
I have a friend who's moving away, and he said we have to go get drinks. So I think I'm gonna go do that. But after
Oh yeah, you
10
should
o'clock, I should
probably
be
do
good.
that. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that later. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Take
right.
care. Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you.